farm animals and good farming practices. When you were young, you read about farm animals in books, and these animals included cows, horses, goats, chickens, ducks, pigs, and many more. We cannot talk about so many animals in this section, so we are going to concentrate on 4 species that were first domesticated and farmed hundreds of years ago. These are chickens, pigs, cows, and sheep. Let us look at the lifestyle and needs of these animals, which, like us and our pets, have feelings. Chickens can be found not only on farms, but also in town, in many backyards. They are kept for their eggs and meat. A mother chicken or hen lays her eggs in a nest and sits on them for 3 weeks. The warmth of her body incubates the eggs and young chicks grow inside. After hatching, the hen teaches her chicks to scratch and look for food. She and her chicks talk to each other and stay together for several months. The chicks creep under their mother's feathers for warmth until their own feathers have grown. A hen is very protective of her family and is fearless when guarding them against predators. Male chickens, or roosters, may also stay with the family and help protect the hen and chicks. Chickens need a proper mixed diet to stay healthy. They will eat most foods, including mealies, seeds, fruit, vegetables, insects, and bits of meat. Calcium is essential for producing strong eggs, and this can be got from limestone, shells, or bone meal. Bought foods such as growing meal or laying meal provide a balanced diet. Chickens drink a lot of water. Diseases spread quickly through water bowls, so the bowls need to be cleaned and refilled daily. Young chicks need a shallow water bowl to prevent them from falling in and drowning. Chickens usually have a wide home range in which to run, forage for food, dust bath, and exercise. Dust bathing is a natural behavior and helps to clean the bird's feathers and controls parasites like lice or mites. If chickens are kept in small cages, they can become bored and fight with each other. It is important to make sure that cages are large enough for the chickens to live happily. There must not be too many chickens in one cage. Roosters may fight if kept together. The cages must be very secure to protect the chickens from other animals and from all weather, rain, cold, and heat. At least half the cage must have a waterproof roof. A metal roof needs grass or other material placed on top to prevent the metal from getting too hot or cold. Perches and laying boxes must be provided. Cages must be cleaned out regularly. If a chicken becomes sick or injured, it should be removed from the cage immediately. Other chickens may peck it to a painful death. Like other animals, chickens are prone to parasites, the most common being fleas, mites, lice, and internal worms. In large numbers, these parasites weaken chickens and can lead to death. Products such as carbidust powder are good at controlling body parasites. A chicken can be placed in a bag containing the carbidust. The bag must then be closed carefully around the neck of the bird, with the head sticking out. Gentle rolling will ensure an even and thorough powdering. Deworming products can be bought from a vet or agricultural store. Healthy chickens are beautiful and interesting little creatures. They learn quickly and can make lovely pets. Let us now have a look at pigs. Our farm pigs have all descended from wild boars, which were found throughout most of the world. Like their wild relatives, modern pigs are omnivores and eat anything from fruit, vegetables, leaves and roots to eggs, insects, reptiles and meat. A pig's strong rubbery nose or snout is used for digging, and it has a very good sense of smell to find underground food. Pigs are social animals and like to live in groups. A female pig or sow can give birth to many piglets. The family may stay together for up to a year and join up with other sows and piglets. The young love running and playing together, and anything new will always be investigated. Pigs like physical contact and love to sleep huddled together. They communicate with each other through various grunts and squeals. Pigs love playing in water, and they roll in mud to protect themselves against sunburn and parasites. They are very intelligent animals and can be trained in the same way as a dog. In the right circumstances, pigs can make excellent pets. Pigs are becoming more and more popular as a food source amongst emerging small farmers, and if kept correctly, can grow to a profitable age within 6 months. Because of their strength and natural inquisitive behavior, pigs must be kept in very well-built enclosures. For free-range pigs, a piece of ground must be surrounded by strong fencing or walls, which are sunk into the ground and strengthened at the base. Most small farmers do not have large pieces of ground, so have to keep their pigs in small enclosures or sties. The sties must still be large enough to give the pigs enough space for movement and for separate feeding, sleeping, and toilet areas. Pigs are very clean animals and prefer to defecate in one area only. The sleeping area should be built on concrete or a hard base which slopes down and out for easy cleaning. The sleeping area must have a good roof for protection against rain, sun, and cold winds. Before birthing, sows gather together leaves and bushes to make a nest for her young. Bedding such as straw or bushes helps keep piglets warm in cold weather. Sharp and dangerous objects must be removed from the sties. If pigs are overcrowded in a small sty, they will likely fight, tail bite, and bully smaller pigs. Growth rate will also be slow. Toys and lots of straw will keep these intelligent animals happy. Pigs are wasteful eaters, and once they have eaten all they want, they will play with their food and spill it. It is therefore better to feed them smaller quantities 2 or 3 times a day. Food containers should be fastened firmly, and there must be enough containers to allow all the pigs to eat together without fighting or bullying. A sow that is feeding piglets needs 3 to 5 times the normal amount of food per day. Food must be varied and consist of a mixture of rice, mealies, potatoes, pumpkins, fruit, and vegetables to provide energy and vitamins. Protein can be provided in the form of fish meal, soya, sunflower, meat, or dairy products. Water is very, very important for pigs, and without it, pigs quickly become stressed. A sow feeding piglets can drink up to 30 liters of water a day. Cool, clean water must be available at all times. Water containers must also be firmly tied to a post or secured to the ground to prevent the pigs from tipping them over. Other water can be provided for playing. As for any animal, basic treatment against internal and external parasites must be given, and any sick pigs or piglets must be removed from the group and treated. Please remember, if you or your family or friends ever decide to keep pigs, plan ahead first before getting the animal. Read about pig care. Know what to do. Lack of knowledge results in suffering and cruelty to these innocent creatures. Lastly, let us take a look at cattle and sheep. Both cattle and sheep are ruminants, which means that they have 4 parts to their stomach. They are therefore very good at digesting hard plant material and are able to live more easily on natural felt and grazing. It is for this reason that cattle and sheep are normally kept in open fields. It is not necessary to provide an indoor shelter for them, but shade and protection against predators is essential. Female cattle are called cows and female sheep ewes. Both species usually give birth to one baby, but twins are not uncommon. A baby cow is a calf and a baby sheep a lamb. Both calves and lambs drink milk from their mothers, and this is very important because their mother's milk provides protection against diseases and prevents problems such as runny tummies or scours. Calves and lambs will start to eat solid food at about 4 to 6 weeks old, but will continue suckling from their mothers for much longer. They form strong family bonds and talk to each other by bellowing or bleating. Both species like to live in family groups, and the young play together. Even in large herds or flocks, a mother and baby can find each other by calling. In farming practices, cattle and sheep are kept for meat and milk. Extra food is often provided in addition to the grazing, and this promotes good growth and an extra milk supply. There are various diseases that are common amongst cattle and sheep, and these must be prevented through inoculations and good farming practices. External parasites such as flies and ticks must be controlled using the correct products. Having now learnt a little more about the lives of some farm animals, you can see that their feelings and needs are exactly the same as ours. Let us have respect for these animals that provide us with our food. They too deserve a good life. The food we eat: eggs, milk, cheese, yogurt, meat. Yum! But have you ever thought from where all this delicious food comes? Every year, thousands of animals are farmed to provide us with nutritious foods, and we all hope that these animals live a good life on green farmlands. Let us look at the real picture. Beef and dairy cattle are mostly kept in overcrowded, barren conditions where natural grazing is non-existent. Hormones may be injected into them to make the cattle grow extra fast or produce excess milk. How uncomfortable it must be for this cow to move around all her life with this hugely overgrown udder. The worst is that the little calves of these cows will never drink their mother's milk. Her milk is for us. Little bull calves born into the dairy industry are of no use. They cannot produce milk, and are no good for meat. These babies are removed from their mothers straight after birth and herded on their little wobbly legs to be sold off for a few rand. These little ones will never feel the comforting lick of their mother or ever drink her milk. Most die a slow death due to incorrect substitute food, resulting in diarrhea and dehydration. Do we care? Few people know that pigs are kept in tiny crates most of their lives. This is to promote growth and to prevent the sow from lying on her piglets. The sows cannot even turn around in these crates. They cannot exercise, root in the ground, or nuzzle their babies.